What's up, traders? It's your boy Vincent, aka Vin Boss, and I am back after 2 weeks. I was dealing with a personal funeral, so everybody who's close in my channel knew that. So, with that being said, traders, since I am back, I would like to explain a lot about what is going on or what to expect in the coming week. Now, we have a big week ahead, of course, with the the ECB interest rate, the CPI, and the PPI. But that's why I think this week we are probably going to be doing nothing at all. So without wasting further time, let me just show you what I expect to see with the fundamentals. Of course, this is from Monday and Tuesday. There are no high impact news. That is why I expect to see the market just continuing the randomness, or rather just continuing to go to the downside like this one right here to reach this level of 1 point. This is the euro dollar 1.1468. Now this is the level that I want to see. So if we do reach this level, this would be a great place to look for buying opportunities, especially if the CPI fails, especially if the ECB interest rate decision gives us a surprise hike, or the PPI fails for the dollar. Then this would be the target on this week. But if we do get to these levels and we keep on printing better than expected, as we have seen from last week, the NFP gave us better than expected readings. This is why we have this strong momentum to the downside. So as I already said, I expect market randomness on this week. And with that being said, on Tuesday we do have the employment change, ADP employment change weekly, and the US existing homes, which probably would not move the market as intended or as much as we would traders want to see. But on Wednesday, of course, the 10th of June, we would definitely see the CPI moving the market stronger to the, do you see the expectations is the CPI, it is expected to be more than it already is. If there is a surprise miss, then the market would probably move. And again, yes, here there is a surprise. Yeah, there's expected to be an increase in the consumer price index, but we are going to see the actual data as they are released. And don't forget the interest rate decision. It will remain the same with the Canadian dollar, of course. Then we will discuss the Canadian dollar later on this video. The ECB, of course, this will be on Thursday, and it is expected to hike rates, which somehow is from 2.1 to 2.4. So this is going to be a huge week for the euro and the dollar. And the PPI following up on Thursday, of course, this would be the last day of us to see. So we might just see Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday follow a strong move to the upside on this euro and the dollar pair. So basically, what I want to see is traders. I would like to see more continued movement to the downside. I would like to see this continue to the downside, a bounce like this one to the upside, and then look for a pullback to look for buying opportunities to the upside. Why? Because the euro is going to hike the interest rate decision after a long time, and the hiking means more traders are going to buy. So, but I'm not ignoring the CPI and I'm not ignoring the PPI. This is what I expect to see. This is something that I cannot stop, but the overall flow of the market might potentially be expecting to go to the upside. So this is the euro and the dollar for us. Follow us for more daily updates. We will update, of course, to see what to expect from traders going into deeper ends of the week. So without wasting much traders of our time, what we would like to see, of course, again is I would like to see the pound again continuing with its momentum to, I would definitely like to see the pound continuing with its momentum to the downside to finish or to complete the low that was expected to be taken out here. If we from today come here, bounce, and then a continuation on Tuesday to reach this level, this would also be a great place to look for buying opportunities to reach this level here and potentially reach this level here, because with the euro increasing the interest rate decision, we already know that the dollar might take some hit from that. So the expectation from us traders is that all of those that are against the dollar strength, we need to trade them carefully. And the only thing that might put this in play before it even happens is if we do have a surprise drop in the CPI and a surprise drop in the PPI for the US dollar. This would definitely align with the analysis to the upside, of course, and to break from this level here and above here. But since this is NFP week, if anything happens and we go above the NFP week, the NFP high, we already know that we might be continuing to the upside. So there are many signals that might confirm that the continuation to the upside is imminent, and it might as well continue to, or might as well continue as expected to the upside. But if anything happens with the, you know, the ECB decides to hold rates with the euro, as I've shown you, what does that mean? This simply means that the strength of the dollar might continue to go to the downside even more. So with that being said, traders, let's just go to the second pair, which is the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. Without wasting much of our time, the US dollar and the Canadian dollar has similar characteristics as the euro and the dollar and the pound and the dollar. As you have seen right now, we just discussed the pound. Now with the euro and the dollar, very simply put, we do have another resistance level right here. So instead of buying, this might potentially go to the downside. We already have seen what the euro and what the US dollar and the Canadian dollar can potentially do going into this week. So with that being said, traders, I wanted to show you, yes, this is on Wednesday. We do have the interest rate decision right here on Wednesday, which might potentially boost the the sentiment only if we do have a missed CPI right here, because it is expected to remain the same. If we do have a missed CPI right here on Wednesday, then everything else might start to shape up or look up for this what we so-called dollar weakness theme that has the higher potential of happening. But up until everything else is printed out, we cannot just expect to see the dollar go down without any backing up from the data and the fundamentals. So with that being said, what I would like to see is, already we are at the structure where we look for selling opportunities from the dollar. But if the data comes out and gives us a stronger sell against against the dollar, I'm talking about the CPI, the PPI, and you know the stronger ECB, the hike of the ECB already keying in and then pricing the fact that if everybody buys the euro, everybody is going to sell the dollar. So it is pretty basic stuff. If you are in the community, please don't forget, make sure you like and you subscribe to join this channel. So with that being said, of course, traders, what do I want to see? I would like to see us trade one last currency, which is, it's not a currency as such. Oh, I have, okay. And with gold, very simply put, what we have here is gold has been selling off for quite some time now, and nothing from this level to here. But there is something that we have to see about gold. Ever since it has bounced from this level, everything else has been going to the downside, but not sharp enough. Look at this pullback, not sharp enough pullback, not sharp enough pullback, and we do have another one. So what does this mean? If we do have a PPI miss, if we do have a CPI miss, and on Wednesday and Thursday, this would be a great move to the upside, right? Only if this happens, because we can also go to the bigger time frames. Of course, we can also go to the bigger time frames to see. We can also go to the bigger time frames, and let me show you what I mean by we might as well bounce from this level. Or let me just use the daily time frame. I think the daily time frame might portray this much better than the monthly time frame. Yes, we can also buy from this level right here. Let me just use a straight horizontal and not draw the line, so that I can draw my analysis on top of what I already have. Now, traders, this is what I mean by it has not yet been going strongly to the downside. Why? Because there's potential resistance here, and another potential resistance here. So if, as intended, or as I think, that the dollar might potentially get a hit going into this week, then this simply means that we might start to see gold strength coming in from now, and then maybe starting to break structure and just continuation to the upside with gold. This is what I do expect to see. But if anything else happens, that the dollar keeps on suppressing traders, then this simply means that we might just continue to make this low right here. So with that being said, beautiful traders, this is how I expect to see the gold. This is how I expect to see everything else. Please follow me for the daily analysis, and if this comes out like this and then a retest from here, a great opportunity might just arise from this beautiful setup of gold. So traders, with that being said, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you join the Telegram channel. The link to the Telegram channel will be left under the video description, so that you can just click and join and get everything else. Not only the analysis, but you might also get the tips, the entries, and everything for a trader to boost your confidence and help you stay calm during high volatile news like that are coming up, especially this week. So with that being said, beautiful traders, from me, thanks for watching and have a beautiful day.